What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Jets' red zone offense, how bad it is, and what they could do to fix it. How I am going to go about this is I'll give you a number where the Jets are in red zone efficiency in terms of scoring touchdowns. I'll go through the Jets' red zone opportunity from their most recent game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and then I'll talk about things the Jets could do differently when in the red zone and hopefully yield you some more success. So let's start with the numbers, which unfortunately are not very pretty. The Jets are 31st in the NFL in touchdown percentage at 29.41%. For reference, league average is 55%. 55% of the time, on average, teams are going down and scoring a touchdown. In the Jets' case, they are second to last in the NFL at under 30%, 29.41. That is something that drastically needs to improve in order for the Jets to have success in the second half of this season. They are 3-3, and I'm extremely happy with how they are 3-3, but I want them to have sustained success. I don't know why that's so hard to say. Too many S's. That's why that's so hard to say. I want them to have success in the second half of their season. And in order to do that, they need to get better in the red zone. That's an area where I see a need for improvement. And when you look at just the drop, there's 6 sequences that I want to talk about where the Jets are either in the red zone or right around the red zone where things just go really bad, and for a few different reasons. So for the first sequence, we'll take a look at this first possession. 1st and 10 on the 22. You get an incomplete pass to Mecole Hardman, which is a ball that he probably should have came up with. 2nd and 10, 2-yard run to Dalvin Cook. 3rd and 8 from the 20, false start. 3rd and 13, you're done anyway. Zach throws it away. You settle for 3. So, okay, what went wrong here? A few things. Number 1, ball that Hardman probably should have caught on 1st down. 2nd and 10, all right, you throw that out the window, whatever. 2nd and 10, a run on 2nd and 10 is something that grinds my gears so much. And if you are going to do it, it better be with Breece Hall. It better not be with Dalvin Cook. A 2nd and 10, 2-yard run with your old and washed running back is 2020 Adam Gase, Frank Gore. Cannot happen. 3rd and 8, a false start. Not that 3rd and 8 is really, it's a little bit more manageable, but still a 3rd and 8 false start is ugly. So 3rd and 13, you're done anyway, but Zach throws it away. You settle for 3. Okay, second sequence. 1st and 10 from the 18, incomplete pass. Taking a shot in the end zone to Garrett Wilson. I have no issue if you're going to take a shot to Garrett Wilson one-on-one. I'm fine with that. 2nd and 10, incomplete. Throw into traffic to CJ Uzomah. And 3rd and 10, sack, field goal. So on this one, again, no issue with the 1st down. Trying to take a shot at the end zone. You have 2 more chances to pick up a 1st down. 2nd and 10, there was an opportunity where it looked like Garrett Wilson was breaking open. And even on the broadcast, Mark Sanchez was saying Garrett. And it's hard to tell necessarily what the first reads always are, but there are times, not in just this game, but in general, it was a little bit more evident, I thought, in the Broncos game than this past game, but there's times where people are open and Zach Wilson isn't finding them or isn't going through his progressions fast enough, and that's an area that I think he needs to improve and the team needs to improve. And 3rd and 10 sack, this is one that really they didn't have a ton of time at all. Zach didn't have a ton of time to do anything. This sack was an offensive line sack, not a quarterback sack. Sequence 3, all right, 1st and 10 from the 12, holding. 1st and 20 from the 22, roll out to extend the play, incomplete pass. 2nd and 20 now, Cobb, drop. Then that would have easily gained 7 to 12 yards. But anyway, 3rd and 20, run, field goal. So on this one, 1st and 10, holding. Penalties, self-inflicted wounds are a big reason why the New York Jets struggle in the red zone. They have to stop doing that. And then a drop on 2nd and 20. Randall Cobb is really bad now at this point in his career. I like his veteran presence and just being there, but he needs to be on the field less or become the wide receiver coach or something, because his 40% drop rate and playing 49% of the snaps, that is not a recipe for success. And he dropped what would have been easy. He was probably 5 yards from the line of scrimmage when the time the ball hit him. But if he catches that, he's probably gaining another, at minimum, 2 yards, maybe more, depending on how the defense reacts there. And then a 3rd and 20, you run, you kick the field goal, whatever. You're already out of it at 3rd and 20 at that point. Sequence 4. All right. This is a play where they're not really in the red zone, but it kind of goes into my self-inflicted wounds because they would have ended up in the red zone. It was the free play, right? Free play from the 38, the Lazard penalty, which is just, it's stupid. That's, I guess, referees. You got to add that to the mix on this too. Instead of having the ball on the 9, the ball ends up on the 49. So you legitimately, because of the Allen Lazard penalty, you lose 49 yards. And you also had on the next play an Allen Lazard drop. The Jets would end up punting, so no points on this one. But a mistake, a penalty and a mental mistake on a drop is a big reason why you struggled there. And then finally, you get, not finally, there's 2 more sequences, sorry. Sequence 5, all right, 2nd and 5 from the 12, sack. This was the busted play where the wide receiver was supposed to be there. It was a naked bootleg. Still, it's one that I would really like Zach to find a way to throw it away instead of flipping his hips and trying to, make a play and drift back a couple extra yards. It was a broken play. I get it. I understand that. But if Mark Sanchez, a former quarterback, is on the broadcast talking about how that's a ball you would like the quarterback to just get away, that's one that you would like to end up differently, but fine. 3rd and 17, you take an end zone shot to Garrett Wilson. I have no issue with that. Incomplete. And then the Jets settle for a 3. And the last sequence, Breece Hall, untouched touchdown. And so their one touchdown drive in the red zone was when Breece Hall went untouched into the end zone. 2-point conversion was good. I thought Zach Wilson showed some poise and ripped one in there on the much needed 2-point conversion, which was really cool. But overall, they've been really unsuccessful in the red zone this year, specifically in the last 2 games. It stood out as way too often settling for 3 points. But some fixes that I have for where the Jets can improve in the red zone. Less Randall Cobb, as I mentioned, the 40% drop rate is just unacceptable. Stop with the self-inflicted wounds. Penalties. The Jets actually, are one of the teams that aren't penalized a ton comparatively to other teams. They're a top 10 in least penalized teams. We talked about it in a video yesterday. They're 9 in the NFL, 9th in the NFL. So not terrible, but they're just taking it at these really inopportune times. Zach Wilson needs to process things a little bit quicker and go through progressions a little bit quicker because there are a few times where guys end up being schemed open, and that's a win for Nathaniel Hackett. And Nathaniel Hackett calls it the gold zone for a reason, not the red zone, the gold zone. I think I'll be referring to it as the brown zone until they increase. Well, we got to work our way up to the gold zone. You can't be getting all fancy with it. Earn the right for me to call it the red zone again, and then once you're good in the red zone, you will then hear me call it the gold zone. But for right now, it's the brown zone. Less Dalvin Cook, which is kind of a given, I think, at this point. He's looked slightly better the last 2 weeks, but I would really like to see the explosiveness from a rookie like Izzy Abanikanda, even over someone like Michael Carter, who had a penalty in the game, had a drop in the game. This is not the first time we've seen mental mistakes from Michael Carter. And something that I would like to see continue is the aggressive play calling and the end zone shots to Garrett Wilson. I have no issue with Zach Wilson in the red zone. He did it and was intercepted on it in Denver, but going one-on-one, trying to get the ball to Garrett Wilson to make a play on the football, that's fine. If you're going to go down and throw an interception, I'd rather that be the interception than I just don't see the linebacker, I'm going to throw it right to Matt Milano's chest. Not every interception is written the same, so I won't crush him on that one, but just in general, this red zone offense needs to improve. Otherwise, the Jets will struggle going down the rest of the way. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to see the Jets look functioning on offense because they have a really good running game. They have Garrett Wilson. They should be a better offense than this. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Make sure to subscribe, give a like, and I'll catch you next time.